guys, this is Untouchable Mama. Thank you for watching our video. Thank you for being there for us. Please do not forget to share with your friends and press the notification button. Also follow us on Facebook, Untouchable Mama page. You can also see me on Untouchable Mama backup page. We are there for you. Thank you for being there. Thank you, one love. I appreciate each and everyone. Bye.
This is my advice based on what I have seen. I used to have a man who we used to be living together as my husband, but at the same time, he ended up wanting to put me in jail, where tried to get me in problem so I can get deported. Huh? But I don't know, things worked in mysterious way. The judge ended up dropping and throwing the case because it didn't make sense. He basically told them I beat him up. So now this is my advice to Korra. Do not get your friends involved in this matter. No matter what. Here's why. You will need a divorce lawyer. From now on, Justin, your ex-husband or your husband, ex-husband to be, is now fighting against you. So he will get the best lawyer that he can get. And remember, if Korra, you are not a US citizen, you have odds against you. This is important. If you are not a US citizen, please don't get your friends involved in this. Whatever you're doing right now on social media, when you have a divorce court lawyer, when you go to court, those will be your evidence against you. So if I were you, I would be quiet during my divorce. I never said the thing. I never went this and this. I only did it. I only started talking after I had my divorce. After my divorce was final. So please, if you don't have papers, if you only have a green card, you will need Justin in the long run. Whether you like it or not, you are stuck with Justin forever, and you will need him. Here's why. Justin is the father of your son, of your kids, and the one thing is foremost, when your green card, if you have a 5-year green card and you are not a citizen yet, that green card will end, and when it ends, you have to renew it. And when you renew it, you need your ex-husband. And this is why I say, if I were you, I would be quiet as much as possible and try to make things work with Justin. Because yes, you might be making money on social media, but what you need to remember is divorce lawyer costs money. Now that you're gonna be single, you have a man who's working full-time and trying to fight against you, against custody. If I were you, I would be so nice to Justin, where I would agree on shared custody. I would end this quietly as nice. It's because you need him in the long run, whether you like it or not. Your friends, when you go to court, they are useless. I'm speaking this from experience. Those people we call friends, they are useless. Especially that if Justin is a citizen and you only have a green card. Dear, please, if possible, try to make amends with Justin, because you need him. I remember when I was filling my US citizenship, they had to make sure I was my ex-husband, who my ex-husband is. Even if I was not in good terms with my ex-husband, I had to reach out and call my ex-husband and say, hey, they will call you when I'm putting in the citizenship. Now imagine if I was saying, oh, because he put me in jail, he tried to get me. If I was pissed off and being mean at him, he could have called them and said, yeah, this girl, this and this. But even if we had so many things happening, I was quiet. Guys, it took me 2 years to plan my divorce. I knew 2 years that I gotta leave. But I'm like, Lord Jesus Christ, I have 3 years remaining before my visa expires. And I know when you do your visa, they will ask you, your man, they will want support from your man that you are married before. So whether you like it or not, Korra, you need your husband. Yeah, even if he knows, I heard his, like yesterday I watched his live where I was shouting and calling her names. Yes, he's not the perfect man, but if I were you, I would keep my calm. I'm telling you, some of us, when we are going through divorce, the man would talk. You guys think white people, they are the most lovable people. White people, yes, they will love you, but once they don't like you, they can cause you in trouble. They can make your life miserable. So I understand what she's going through, but at the same time, she has to make peace and protect her peace, not for now, but for future, especially if Kola doesn't have a green card. Because just for a lawyer to renew her things, I'm telling you, if Justin is a US citizen and if Cora doesn't have a US citizen, she will need Justin. Even to file that renew her visa, she will need that. So, if I were you, I would do this in a way I come in terms with Justin and just be nice, because at the end of the day also is your kid's husband. And here in the US, whoever has more money when it comes to law is whoever gonna win. I'm telling you, is whoever gonna win. That's how it works here. It's all about money. If you can hire the best lawyers, you win. Me, what did I do? I didn't have the best lawyer when I was getting divorced. My husband got a lawyer. You know what I did? I was so nice to my ex-husband, even if he put me in jail. But when he know I started suffering after, he even helped me. So because I was so nice to him during my divorce, I'll tell you this. He's the one, I had to talk to his lawyer too, what I needed. Then his lawyer put it in. So we used one lawyer. His lawyer was also speaking in behalf of me, because I was, even if he made me sleep in jail, for the first time in my life, I slept in jail because he lied that I beat him up. But the judge released me. I slept in jail, guys. And that thing has been expunged by the US government. But the thing is, I was still nice to him because I realized I will still need him. So it doesn't end there after the divorce. You guys are stuck forever. Even after you file for your US citizenship, they will still ask you about Justin. So imagine if Justin still hates you and has got grudge against you. I wouldn't be that mean to him. I'm telling you, I wouldn't involve your friends. I wouldn't involve those people, because at the end of the day, they don't know what you guys went through. That's why I can't speak on if you guys can get back together. That's not my problem. That's not something I have nothing against. But if you can make peace with him and try to come to a common ground, you are way better off. US, I'm telling you, in US, especially when it comes to custody, the videos you make on Facebook, the lawyer will use it against you. So I'm telling you, the lawyer, even if you just made the video dancing and your kid is there and your kid is doing something, they will say you are a bad mother. The lawyer will use that against you, even if you are not a bad mother. This is what this thing is. Everything that you are doing on social media, it's evidence against you. So if Justin, right now, the way he looks crying, if he goes and got the best lawyer, it might end not that. The odds might not end that good for you, especially that you are if you don't have like a US citizen. Yes, you might have a green card, but at the end of the day, that green card will expire. Check your green card. How many years is remaining? This is what you're gonna go. Go check your green card. If it remains 2 years, and you got that green card as being married, and once you renew it, you're not married, Cora, that's when you start feeling the hardship, because you have to hire a lawyer now to start feeling. Yes, you might have kids that are born in the US, but if Justin wants, if he wants, he can make life difficult. The reason why I'm saying this, because he's a US citizen. And please, I beg you, Sisi, please make sure you make amends with him, because you still need him in the long run. Even up to now, I don't have kids with my ex-husband. I don't have kids. But even if after the divorce I was becoming a US citizen, I had to get my ex-husband involved. Up to now, darling, my ex-husband, yes, I come home Island Beach. that he was this happened, that happened. But I'll call him and say, how are you? How are you doing? How is your new girlfriend? Why? It's because one thing also I appreciate, he brought me here. You know, when we had good times, we had good times. Even we don't have no kids. We had our divorce. Okay, he put me in jail, yeah. Not in jail, in the cells for one night. Yeah, I spent that one night. But also he helped me get up where he called the lawyer and say, he called the judge also and say I lied. And then they said, okay, let her out. Because I wanted her to feel. In every time when you are pissed off, when you are in a relationship, one of them will get pissed off. But what's the purpose of making it to someone who doesn't even watch your video? Darling, that's why I can tag them or something. That's why you tag them and they will always know. Okay? Because at the end of the day, this is important. Korra watches most of those videos again when it comes to our topic. And this is important. So, that's why you tag them, and I also tag her to let her know. Because, darling, this is important. I'm talking from my experience. And yes, we can make videos. I know on Facebook videos, we make videos, we make money on Facebook. But when you put up the lawyer's expenses, being a single mother, of course you might get child support, but it won't come now. It won't come now. So you have a long way coming, and that long way will be months of you trying to rebuild yourself. Because I know also when I got here after the divorce, it was, and imagine I didn't even have kids. It was hard just trying to transmission into me, being used, living alone, paying all the bills by myself. It was much easier when you have a husband, you are splitting the bills, or you are doing this or doing this. But this is why it's important. You have to make peace with Justin, no matter what. Because you are stuck forever. Like me, I don't even have kids with my ex-husband, but I'm stuck with him forever. He's like my family. He's like my family that I'm like, oh, that family, yeah, something happened back ago. So you have to make peace with him. And I'm telling you, when men, even if you are a human being, you are upset, you said things that might hate you. In my case, both of you said something maybe that hate each other, but at the end of the day, you guys have something that you have also shared that is good. At some point, you guys loved each other. So, she shouldn't humble herself. Music is coming. It's something that I've seen, darling. She need to look up her visa. When if she got a citizenship, that's good. But if she only have a green card, that's a turmoil coming. Because once that green card coming, you're supposed to start renewing it months before it gets renewed. Now, if you got that citizenship when you're married, and you get it when you're not married, you have to change the type of citizen, the type of visa you're getting. That's where Justin is useful. And that's where, if I were you, I couldn't divorce him until I got my things I needed. I'm telling you, I'm not trying to say something like this and this, but according to what I went through, the hell, and me, I didn't even have kids, so I can feel for you. Your friends, when things goes bad in court with a divorce lawyer, they won't be there. Ask people, even me talking here and say I'm there, my advice to call, I won't be there. Ask on social media cheering you up and say you are a strong woman. When that goes to court with the lawyer, divorce lawyer, where you have to hire and divorce lawyer are so expensive, we won't be there. So the best thing is make sure you just work between the two of you. Because if you guys come to a common ground, you can even say, okay, for example, I came to a common ground with my ex-husband. So before we even went to a lawyer, we were like, it's like, what are you getting in the house? Okay, I didn't want any trouble afterwards. So I just said, I'm getting whatever I bought and I'm moving out. I'm getting the car that you bought me. It's in my name and I'm moving out. You know why? Because I didn't touch the house that we bought together. He was okay by me saying I'm getting this. By the time we went to the lawyer and I told the lawyer, I want things that I bought when I was working to come with me. He agreed. Actually, in US, we're supposed to share that house, but I didn't because I wanted to move out peacefully. Because at that time, darling, I love money. But at that time, I realized me going fighting against my ex-husband for two of our houses could have brought me, could have ended me crying and ended me in more trouble, because he could have tried to fight with me over those houses. So I realized is that actually I am way better off making sure I got my paper in order, making sure I move on and have my paper, and making sure if I need him for any paperwork regarding anything, he will be there to answer. That's one of the most important part that I looked. Yes, my divorce, darling, I didn't gain anything. If anything, my divorce, my man benefited more. But I also benefited more where when I was filing for certain like paperwork, visa application, migration, he was there, because he was like, man, she didn't do this when I was doing this. She's good and this and this. Okay, I might have put her in this, but again, I can help her. So you need him, Sissy, you need him. And I've already tagged you. I'm sure she sees tagged video. So this is him. This is something that I can just say, guys. He was using her body as sexual traffic. Darling, they were both in a relationship. At this time, I'm not gonna talk about them, their relationship. That's none of my business. None of my business. I am not gonna talk about what Justin did wrong and what. I'm just trying to talk to Korra and give her some of them advice based on what I went through. I'm not trying to just fight that this one. No. That's something I don't want to get involved in people's relationship, people's divorce, because even me, I wouldn't want people going and becoming the professional in my relationship. Whatever they are going through, that's theirs. Me, it's just my advice to someone who I think, okay, I've gone through this and this is what can happen in future. So whatever they did, if this and this, I don't want to talk about that. I'm not going to give advice. Call her like, oh, get back to this one. Oh, Justin, you are wrong and this. No. That's not my business. Oh, that's not my business. My only business I came here is to talk about my experience, how I know when it comes to divorce lawyer, migration, and how the U.S. court works. It's about who's got the best lawyer. That's how it works. There's certain women here who have done this, they get divorced, all of a sudden things go sour. Now you have to pack back. Okay, how are you going to get your divorce? How are you going to get your papers? And if you don't do it, it becomes a problem. So that's why you gotta make sure you, right now, don't look at the present. Look after like the future. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about the future. Even if you are divorced now, if you only have green card that will expire 1 year from now or 2 years from now, you still need Justin. That's the big picture here. That's why I'm talking about it. Because you still have to sign. Because I know, because I didn't have kids with my ex-husband, but I still needed him when I was doing things. Imagine I was going to get my U.S. citizenship. I got my citizenship in 2016, and I got divorced in 2014. But I still needed my ex-husband. So where you see why it gets messed up, he has more power because of where he's born. It's that messed up. And friends, friends won't be useful when it comes to court. And everything right now you are doing online will be used against you in court. Especially if you decide like you go hand in hand with Justin. Whatever he's doing, you can use whatever he's doing against him in court. And whatever you are doing, you use it against you. So it's just, both of you, it's just much better if you just work together. So that's my advice. Otherwise, guys, I'm not talking about they are this and this and this. Oh, this one is bad. Hey, let's not even lie, guys. Every relationship got problems. And whatever somebody is going on in their relationship, it's none of our business to be able to judge them and tell them what to do. It's not our business. So that one, I'll keep my nose off because I don't want to put my foot in somebody's relationship. Because, hey, it's not my business. Okay, you should tag her in the video while advising someone when the person can't see her. I've already tagged her, I think. I've already tagged her, darling, there. I've already tagged her. So, that's my main point. I've already tagged her, and some of you can help me tag her too. But this is important. And then, you know, she's got a lot of followers. And so imagine if I were to send her a message. Probably she won't get it. So, the best way I was like, I'm going to just tag her on my page and let her know. Darling, sometimes you gotta know when to submit and when to be stubborn. I'm one of those people who are very stubborn and do like things done my way. But when I realized my situation, I had 2 years expired. I was like 2 years before my visa expired. I was like, no matter what, I'm not gonna leave my husband. Why? I was like, if I leave him, who's gonna be paying for my lawyer to get me my visa? Nobody. And you know how much it costs to pay a visa? To pay for a visa thing? A lot. So darling, I should piggy shot for 2 years until I got my 5 year. And once my 5 year was over, once I got my 5 year, I made sure that he got it for me. I was able to file for divorce. After I filed for divorce, I knew I was secure. Then I was able to get a citizenship. Think ahead of time. Now it's useless. But what will happen 1 year, 2 years from now, that's the most important. So the decision that you make right now might affect the outcome. Because Justin might get where he's like, okay, she did me this and this. Yeah, he's not perfect. I saw the way he talks to her. It's kind of useless. I know. I've been before. And some of you guys only think, oh, white guys are loving. Oh, sorry. And also, I'm not going to talk, oh, sorry, but these guys also can be they're just like any human being when they're upset. So, this is just something that I came to talk to, because if you think I'm lying, let me show you the paper of me being arrested. Where is that? Okay, let me show you. This is my mug shot. Me in jail. One time in my life, I've never been arrested, but that time I got arrested. When I'm telling you, it can work against you when you are not scared. Let me show you my mug shot of me being arrested, so you guys understand where I'm coming from. Papers from the lawyers and everything. This is just papers of my divorce. Let's look at this neutralization interview results. These are things I had to go through. This is the lawyer, me getting a divorce. My ex-husband lawyer, 2014 August, was the one that was representing me too, because I just became submissive to him. I'm like, I lose nothing. You guys think I'm lying? Let me turn this upside down so you see. Your girl was arrested here, booking Beatrice Mwansa, right there. That's me. Now, do you think that's me right there? I've shown you me when I got arrested, because I got arrested booked for one night in my lifetime that I've never been, and the case was withdrawn simply because the man I was with, he was so pissed off against me. But darling, after this, I became so submissive and I started analyzing things, and I'm like, I am not a citizen here. I'm just someone with a visa. That visa, they can revoke it anytime. So, I'm talking this from experience, my darling. I've been through. This is my first marriage certificate got in Zambia. So, I'm telling you. But right now, if you Google up anything, this case was expunged. So my darling, I'm talking from experience. Especially if he's got more money. Darling, I'm telling you, it was my first time sleeping in jail. The way I cried. Hey! I cried so much. And then you know the good part is the lawyer, the lady who was the judge, she was a woman. And then the good part is I just became quiet, where my ex-husband called and said, I want her to be released. What I said is not true. And also the judge expands the case. The judge expands the case. I might still have my ex-marriage pictures. The judge expands the case. So my darling, My darling, you have to know when to be stubborn, and you have to know when to be quiet. Yeah, you might say something that you might not like, and you have said something, and it all takes two ways. It takes two ways. Me, after that I was like, I'm gonna keep quiet. I kept quiet, darling. Up to now, me, my ex-husband, I'll call him and say, how are you? And I will still be friends with him, because yes, we might have some bad times, but we also had some good times. So sometimes it's good to. This is my case file, just for my divorce and my everything. So it's a true story. And then the court will go with the best lawyer will buy you the best result. Your ex-husband will always be your document as long as you are living in abroad, because it's in their system. Yes, actually, that's why it's important to be always, when you come abroad, my sister, don't try to be mean to your ex-husband. Make him your family. Me, my ex-husband, is my family. Even we had past problems right now. That's why I always say, even me, I was not all that good. I would call him and say, even if I have a problem, I'll call him and say, hey, where you at? This is what's going on. Hey? Last time I was coming to Zambia, I didn't have anybody to look after my dog. I called my ex-husband. He came and picked up my dog. Why? It's because I've created a family with him. You know, even if we had our problems, but when right now, if I'm sick right now, and I would call my ex-husband and say, I'm sick and I have nobody to look after me. My ex-husband will come. Even if we had bad things. Why? It's because even if we had those things going why I did that, he actually apologized and said, B, I'm sorry, I got you into this and this and this. And I accepted it. Yes, I'll talk about it. He even watched my video talking about it, and he laughs about it. I'm like, oh my God, you're still talking about that. But we are still in good terms, where I'll pick up the phone today and call him. Well, hey, I just called to see how you're doing. And it's not like I'm calling behind. He's got his girlfriend. I know about his girlfriend, and I respect them. We just like super friends. So it's all about let it end in nice. If it was American versus American, they can fight each other. But my sister, without proper papers and without not being a citizen, be humble. Because they will end helping you in future, my dad. Yes, and the thing is, once you are married to him, that guy is tied with you forever. Especially when he brought you in the country. If it was Justin who filed for your paperwork as married to you to bring you here, you are tied with him forever. So now imagine if they were to call him, you are trying to file for a citizenship, and then Justin was like, yeah, that girl, this and this and this. That's how you can end up the thing. Because I remember me, they even called my ex-husband to tell him, oh, you are married to this girl. She called it, she's applying for citizenship. And then he says, yeah, Keke, you are still in a relationship, can't you? No, we are not in a relationship. We are friends. We are friends where I'll talk to him and see how he's doing. I'll call him up and see how he's doing. We are friends. You can have friends. We can be friends with your ex-husband, with your ex-boyfriend. You can be friends where you don't have anything. Darling, you have to live in the US for 5 years to become a citizen. Korra came in 2019, and you have to be 5 years to become a citizen. So you have to calculate. But this is just my advice. Even if she was a citizen, she's still tied up to Justin forever. As long as Justin was the one helping her filing for the divorce, they are still. Yes, moving in silence, just about everything they do. Unfortunately, it means swallowing. Yeah, it's about swallowing your pride. And darling, if anything, I'm the one I have so much pride. But when it comes to certain issues like that, I'll be so quiet. I'll even petter my tail. Darling, I'll even be quiet when it comes to such issues. Why? Because even you, some of ladies coming abroad, you are marrying. Oh, okay, guys, I have someone. Oh my God. So, guys, I gotta go. Someone who's coming to do my eyebrows, they are here. So, I gotta go and do that. But this is just something I'll say. And guys, this is the reason why I don't think I'll ever introduce my man on social media. It's just much better. It's just, it serves me. I don't introduce my man on social media, not because I am not proud of him. I am super proud of that motherfucker. But I just don't post him is because it serves, it makes our relationship well, you know. It's just, it serves me better. Like, I don't have anybody talking shit about my man. If it ends, he get pissed off, he won't go online and say this and this. But again, people want to post their men. That's their thing. They can post. But me on my side, I benefit more from not posting my man or his face and all his information on social media. But if people want it, that's their thing. They want it. But again, life, it's how it is. And I said, I can't talk on their problem. I can't even touch on that. For me, it's just a girly advice based on my experience. Yeah, darling, my relationship is definitely off social media. And some people think, oh, maybe it's because of marriage. That's why he's married. Maybe that's why you never post him. Or maybe, no, it's because it's better that way. It's way better that way. When are you doing our number 45? Mr. Number 4. I'll be posting, darling. I am proud of that motherfucker. I am proud of him. But I just, it's not because I'm not trying to post him and he doesn't really care about social media. But I'm super proud of him. We go out, we have fun and all that, but that's my personal life. So, my darling, this is what I just came to say. Me. It was tough, darling. I slept in the cell, darling, on the floor. I cried all night. That's the only time in my life, apart from the day my mom died, that was one of my worst days in my life. Imagine sleeping on the ground, and when they take you to cell for one night, they don't even give you blankets. They just let you sleep there for one night. I cried. I think I cried, darling. I cried. I'll never forget. But because of that, early in the morning, my ex-husband came and picked me up from jail. He was like apologizing, and I'm telling you, it was like actually a bad thing that turned good, because he was actually there for me. Even if I was divorcing him, he started feeling bad after he has done. I didn't call him and shouting at him and say this and this. I realized that you gotta be humble. Even up to now, I'm still in good terms with my ex-husband. I'll call him, how is your dad doing? How is your sister doing? How's family? Those were once again my family, you know. So it's just some of those things you need to know when to be humble and when not to be humble. And in such situation, Lord, Jesus Christ only knows. So I'm gonna go do my, oh darling, we are growing here. She's growing. I don't know if it's she or he, but darling, I'm gonna go. But this is okay, I think the girl that's gonna be doing my eyebrows, she's here so that you guys can see. I won't cut right away. But if you guys have any question, let me know. But also, this is my advice to other women. If you are basic in any country in the world, you are married to a guy that brought you there. When it ends, when the marriage comes to an end, please, sister, evaluate your visa process, how far your visa is. Please, I'll save this life. Please, sister, evaluate. Know that if that man brought you in that country, you are stuck with him forever, no matter if you don't like him. And if anyone going through tough time, just there's always rise and there's always life and for dying. Because me, I'm telling you, during my exes, when I divorced him, you know, I left the house and everything. I went from living from a 2-story house, from renting a room here in Grand Rapids here, renting a room and sleeping on a blow-up mattress. For 1 month, I was working at a factory and this, trying just to make it. But you know what? Now, since 2014, I love it. I love my life. That was one of the darkest moments of my time. But hey, I love my life, and I wouldn't change anything that happens to me. I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it. And that's why even some of you ladies that wants to come here, you find the man that brings you in overseas. Please, when it ends, settle things nicely. Well. And if it's becoming a nuisance, my sister, just know when to be humble and when not to be humble. I'm waiting for the girl to knock. If you have any question, ask here. But this is from my experience, and this is from a woman advice. You know, I've been talking about divorce things on my page before. I've been talking about men's dating on my page before. So this is not like a topic that I don't talk about. This is a topic also that I talk about giving people advice. How to find your man overseas. Come in, darling. I don't have no kids. Come in. Come in. I'm live. So I actually didn't catch my live, but I was like, oh, I'll wait for her to come.
I'm so sorry. And I've never been here before. It's hard. Like,
it's hard?
Where do I park? Which park is this?
Where did you park?
Across, and then when I'm walking, I realized they have their own parking, you know. So
yeah, so I'm gonna basically let you in, and you didn't have to park anywhere.
Oh wow.
You wanna change your parking spot?
Right, because after 30 minutes they'll start charging me, right?
Yeah, let's go change it. I'll come say hi before. I'll basically take a video afterwards. So guys, she's gonna be doing my
eyebrows, microblading her eyebrows.
Yeah, so you'll see a video tomorrow on my Facebook. Much love, guys. So take care. We're gonna go try and see. I don't think Justin's entirely a bad guy anyway. No, there is always a good side and bad side of everybody. Like me, I wouldn't say I was entirely a good wife and a bad wife, and I wouldn't say my ex-husband was entirely bad or good. There's always bad side to everybody, darling. And whenever you are pissed off, you do certain things. But on that issue, I'm not supporting anybody. Whatever they are going through in that relationship, it's only those two who knows. That's why even their friends should not get involved. Because at the end of the day, it takes two people to tango. These people knows each other. So, that's why I just came to say, much love!